Hey everyone, out here on my farm today. It's a nice, little crisp morning, but really pretty. Lots of sun, not many clouds, still dry. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about the 5 principles of soil health. Why we do them, how we're doing them across our farm, and just kind of do some visual aids with the shovel. I've been told the key to soil health, always carry a shovel. So the first soil health principle, keeping the soil covered, aka armor for the soil. Now, why is that important? Well, out here, I'm sure pretty much anywhere you see a lot of crops grown, we have terrible wind. If you have 70-mile-per-hour winds, 50, 60, and all you have is worked up ground that has no cover at all, it's gonna blow, aka dust bowls. So, big principle here, keeping it covered. Try to keep the erosion down from wind. If we had a major rain event in the springtime, we don't want it to run off, so it's going to help keep runoff. And then also retain moisture. With all these corn stalks here and everything that you see in the rows, if we get some snow, it's going to catch right there and stop. If this was completely worked and everything, it'd probably just keep blowing on to the next field. Number 2 is minimizing soil disturbance. On this field, I have no-tilled. I first no-tilled oats in here, and then feed, and then my third was cover crop. So as you can see here, you see the previous crops. There's some oats here, there's the feed that was baled up, and then here's my sorrel rye and hopefully some radish and hairy vetch, if they survive. So when you tilt the ground, you're going to get rid of the pore space and you're going to break up that soil. It's going to compact it. And also, as I said, so your pore spaces can get smaller and smaller. For soil, you want a nice ratio between the soil itself, oxygen or air spaces, and moisture. So let's go dig and take a look. So this field is a little cheated because I did just irrigate it a little bit ago. That helps a lot, makes it look better. But see, when I break this up, it kind of looks like cottage cheese. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see hard pans. And I still got a ways to go on this field. I'm not saying it's where it needs to be, but again, you just want it to be nice, broken up, and see those roots in there. So these dead roots are going to be becoming organic matter or food for biology. Little earthworm there. Want to protect those guys. When you take tillage, you cut them up, you're going to kill them. Hopefully I didn't just kill that guy with the shovel. So this spring, I'm going to try 2 different experiments. On this side, I'm going to no-till into the sorrel rye, planting corn. On this side, I'm going to be strip-tilling where I have my sorrel rye from my interseeder from last year. So we'll go between the corn row here, where the sorrel rye is, and strip-till it. Strip-tilling is, I would say, a practice of minimal tillage, but it's still, you're not tilling the whole field. We do it for soil prep. It's worked out for our farm quite a bit. So I'm going to see what the difference looks like between this half or this quarter here, between that one and this one. All right, number 3, guys, is plant diversity. So I'm still working on that. We're trying to get a rotation, trying to figure out new crops. Out there, had the feed and oats, so that's kind of some new crops for us. But again, we're still trying to expand some more on that. With the experiment of interseeding this year, I think I got a little bit better diversity. So I'll kind of show you what I planted in this one and what it looks like now. So it was really dry this year, so that was kind of hurt us a little bit. But for example, here we've got some clover growing here, some annual ryegrass, and then here we go, some hairy vetch. So I'm hoping with interseeding that's going to help create my soil diversity, or excuse me, my plant diversity, along with rotations to that, or to some oats, feed. I'm trying to find a different legume that we can grow out here. We have alfalfa, but we plant alfalfa and it's there for about 7 years. So I don't like that rotation option. So I'm looking at some different options. And we'll kind of keep playing with that as well. Practice number 4 is a living root. So that was a big thing with the interseeding. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, but here's a root here. So, dug it up here, and here's my annual ryegrass, and here's the root system that we're developing. So these living roots are still going to be pumping in carbon back into the ground, photosynthesis from the green, and then all the nutrients back into the soil. And again, that's going to help keep things kind of alive, biology alive. Earthworms have food, bacteria have food, instead of a field that's been tilled up or just corn that's nothing. So that was the big point of having interseeding here, was that during the winter time I already have an established root mass that's going to be growing and putting everything back into the soil. And the very last one, number 5, is bringing cattle or livestock back to the farm. So here they are grazing. You can see we still want to see that. Now that doesn't look very good. That's because we're in a dry area and nothing grew over there. So again, we still want to see something growing, or at least there. We don't want to graze it to the ground, because that's not good either, because you get wind erosion and that kind of defeats the purpose. But just enough grazing, get some manure, get the nutrients back from the plant back onto the soil, and start that biological growth in your farm. So there you have it. Those are the 5 principles of soil health. Across our farm, we pretty much practice all 4 of them. The one that we haven't been practicing a lot is a living root 24/7. With the interseeding, I was able to have a living root 24/7. For those of you that are struggling with trying to get maybe cereal rye planted behind corn or something established behind corn, I would highly recommend trying some interseeding. As I said, if you watched my video earlier in the year, we're in a semi-arid climate. We do have irrigation, which helps, but this is the growth that I have. I mean, it's not, huge or anything, but again, it's a lot better than if I would have just planted right after corn. And you can see there's a little bit of diversiment here. There's some cereal rye, and then here's, I think it's crimson clover or red clover. There's a few trial and errors that I've had, but this entire quarter has pretty much a living root right now everywhere. That half of the pivot, I had tried some different mixes. Again, if you're interested, go back to the previous video of Soil Health 1 and 2, and I'll kind of explain what mixes I had out there. I'm going to keep trying some things. I'm going to try to figure out what works better. But overall, I'm really happy with the success I had with interseeding, especially, again, how dry of a year we had. And I'm definitely going to continue this next year. Hopefully going to try to get some new guys in the area to try it as well, to try to get the soil health movement going out here. I really think it's going to be beneficial, and we're seeing a big difference in our farm. A big thing is soil retention, or soil moisture retention is really big for us, and we definitely have noticed a big difference comparative to neighbors out here. So there you have it, 5 principles of soil health. Pretty simple, something anyone can do, and first year of doing it on all 5 on this farm, but gonna keep going with that. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, hit me up, hit the subscribe, and shoot me a comment. Love to hear from you guys. So keep going, and we'll make some more videos down the road, but appreciate you guys watching. See ya.